Okay, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the MMA Casual channel. And today, I don't even have my thing full screened. That's my OBS. And that's my OBS gone. Frick. Okay. There. Welcome back to another video today. This isn't even going to be a prediction video. I'm not even predicting this. This isn't even until next week. I'm just going on a rant about the fall off of this card, bro. I wanted tickets to go see this so bad. And I don't anymore. Oh my god, this card might have. I think this card has the biggest fall off of any card, almost any card that's ever been that's ever existed. This card had so much potential. It had potential to be one of the best fight nights ever. It was so stacked. It had Edson Barboza. I'm gonna lose my mind. We've had 6 fights that have been either moved or canceled or someone has pulled out. I'm gonna read them off to you. All fights that have been taken from this card. Curtis Blades versus Rizvan Kuniev. That's been moved to UFC 313. Rob Font versus Dominic Cruz. Arguably the bantamweight GOAT got taken off this card because of his shoulder injury. And this isn't me shitting on like the fighters. This is me just saying how much worse this card has gotten. Edson Barboza is injured against Steve Garcia. He's out next week. Fucking Adam Fugit versus I think it was Dulatov. Islam Dulatov. Yeah, that fight didn't. Honestly, I think that fight kind of got better because it got replaced. Ketlin Vieira versus Macy Chiasson got canceled. Yeah, I know, blah blah blah. It's women, but it's still gonna be. It was still gonna be a good fight. Like, let's not just discredit them just because they're women, okay? Like 90% of the MMA community. Because Macy Chiasson and Maria Bueno Silva had a pretty fucking good fight when they both went out on UFC 303. And then Ketlin Vieira kind of had a really boring decision with Kayla Harrison. But regardless. And then Mansour Abdul Malik versus Antonio Tricoli also got canceled. Mansour Abdul Malik got a replacement opponent. But like, come on. Like, seriously. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the bottom and work my way up like I always do. We're starting off with Modestas Bukauskas versus Rafael Sequeira. Not an offensive fight. This fight's pretty good. Probably ends at a finish. Should not be this. Actually, yeah. These are probably fair odds. Mansour Abdul Malik got a replacement opponent in Nick Klein. Again, this is probably just going to be a can crush. This is going to be a can crushing performance. Next fight, Ricky Simone versus Javid Bashrat. I think it's a pretty close fight, personally. Adam Fugit got a replacement opponent in Billy Ray Goff. This is going to be a really, really good fight. It's going to be a banger. Andre Feely got a replacement opponent, or not a replacement, but he's facing Melquizael Costa. I'm just going to call him Mel Costa. I'm just going to call him Costa. I saw Costa's last fight. It was a pretty good fight. I think this is going to be a good fight. Do I think it's going to be close? Not really. I think Andre Feely's going to beat him like really easily. But is it still going to be a good fight? Yes. Next fight. Again, this one just got thrown on the card. Nursultan Ruziboa versus Eric McConico. This is what you get when you click on this man's page. You can see a faint outline of like Uros Medic or someone. You can see a very faint, like maybe that's just who he is. Maybe he's gonna come out just a strip of black, come to face Nursultan Ruziboa. Maybe, who knows? Because I know I don't. You know what? I'm gonna go on this man's Tapology. I'm going on his Tapology because I really want to know if this guy's any fucking good or if he's literally anything. Eric McConico, MMA. Come on. Tapology should have him. And this is a middleweight bout, too. Nursultan Ruziboa is going up a weight class. Eric McConico. His last fight was in July. Okay, so he's riding like a 5-fight win streak against Freddie Sandoval, who was 5-7-1. Kevin Felipe, who was 6-5, Maki Pitolo, who was 15-10, Tyler Ray, who you went to a decision with Tyler Ray, who was 10-4, and then Jerome Hatch, who was 28-20. And then he lost to Andre Walker. He got knocked out by Andre Walker, who was 5-3. Knocked out by Dejan Kajic, who was 10-7-2. This is really how much we're scrambling. This dude looks like Neil Magny. This dude is staring at me with those Neil Magny eyes. Like, okay, sure, we just give Nursultan Razabov a Candy Crush, and then if he loses, then just kick him out of the UFC. We got Alonzo Menifield versus Julius Walker. Again, I'm looking up who Julius Walker is. I want to know if this dude means anything to anybody, because he probably doesn't. Walker. Julius Juicebox Walker. He's coming from Peak Fighting. Okay, what even is that promotion? He's 25. He's 6-0. 6'4". Coming off a win off of Myron Dennis, who, like, this dude started his career in 2023, in mid-2023. Went against a guy who was 0-1, 3-5, 0-3, 6-1, 7-5, and 20-11. Oh my god, Alonzo Menifield is actually going to get a win in 2025. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, this dude, he was supposed to fight Omar Sy. Omar Sy pulled out, and then he just gets shoved up literally a month. And it's just like, hey, fight this can. And what if he loses? What if Alonzo Menifield gets caught, because he could, and loses the fight? Like, you couldn't have had like an Aslan versus Menifield, and then you could have just had Kutalaba picking up a win against Julius Walker, and then if Kutalaba loses, we have somewhat of a prospect in Julius Walker. Like, okay, then we have Kutalaba versus Aslan. This is a really good fight. This fight doesn't even exist anymore. Fucking, this is gonna be such a good fight. This was gonna be such. Let me move myself back to like the middle-ish. This was gonna be such a good fight, and they ruined it. Steve Garcia he better get a replacement opponent. Maybe, who knows? Call up Kyle Nelson and be like, hey, you want to do Steve Garcia versus Nelson too? Like, who knows? Again, this fight not happening. Font versus Cruz is not happening. Font actually got a replacement fight just recently, like 10 minutes ago. I'll tell you guys about that. Gene Silva versus Melsik Bagdasarian. This fight's probably gonna end in like 30 seconds. If Gene Silva loses, I will start just bawling on the ground. Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez. This actually is probably a good fight. This is a really good fight. I'd pick Hernandez to win though. And then Cejudo versus Yadong. This is gonna be a really good fight. This had such a fall off though. Like, oh my god. Yeah, so yeah, Rob Font just got a replacement opponent. He's actually facing Gene Matsumoto instead. So we're giving Gene, instead of Chris Gutierrez, Gene Matsumoto is getting a shot to get into the top 10. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say, what I want to say. I don't even know. Like, this fight night, just, it was so stacked. It looked so incredibly stacked. And then it just fell off. Like, I'm not saying this was going to be better than, like, UFC 300 or anything. But this was probably going to be one of the best. This was probably going to be better than UFC Tampa. And then it just, yeah, let me read you out the bouts that this card once had. Okay, so we got Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. We got Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez. We got Ketlin Vieira versus Macy Chiasson. We got Curtis Blades versus Rizvan Kuniev. We have Edson Barboza versus Steve Garcia. Like, okay, maybe that's it. But like, still, this, it fell off so much. Oh my god. Yeah, and then it had Cruz versus Font. I mean, Alonzo Menifield getting at it is cool. It's not against anybody meaningful, though. Ruzaboev, cool. He's getting at it against a can. Like this going into the prelims, like there's going to be more time in between these two fights than these two fights will last combined. Manafield's gonna knock this bum out. This fight's probably a lot closer than this fight will be. Ruzabov could probably just kick at range for like 3 rounds and he'd win a decision. And then Menafield's probably just gonna knock this can out. And then if he doesn't, then cut Menafield. Like, seriously. We could have a Julius Walker ranked in the big 2025. Like, what are we doing? I'm so glad I didn't get, because I guarantee you we're getting at least another fight cancellation or fight change in the next week. So I'm glad that I didn't get tickets for this, because I'd be willing to bet money that let me look through. I'd be willing to bet that these 5 fights, Garcia, if he gets a new opponent, either Garcia or his replacement opponent pulls out before the fight. Either Matsumoto or Font pull out, either Silva or Bagdasarian pull out, either Allen or Hernandez pull out, and either Cejudo or Yadong pull out. 2 of those happen. Like, this is almost like 303, where there were so many fights scheduled and then everybody just pulled out. Which is, you know, it is what it is. And then we have Cap versus Almabayev. Like, this is like, you know, this is in the apex when you look at this card. You got Cody Brundage, you got Austin Lane, you got Douglas Silva de Andrade, you got Chepe Mariscal, you got Danny Barlow, you got Charles John. You just know that this fight's in the apex. Like, you just gotta look at the names, and then by the time you get to here, you're like, yeah, this is apex prelims right here. Like, oh my god. And like, how many of these fights even matter? This fight, yeah, matters. This fight, and this fight. 3 fights matter. 3 fights I'll tune in and be like, yeah, I actually care who wins. Johnson Timarov, Barlow Patterson, and then Ramos Mariscal. And I don't really even care. Like, if Ramos wins, like, I don't even know who this guy is. He beat Josh Kulabau. Oh, he beat him on the Australia card. Like, congrats. And then you look at this. You got Austin Lane is going to die. This dude's going to get confident because he beat Rob Elise to Spain. And he's going to come in here and he's going to eat a fist through his face that's going to send him into next week. This is going to be a banger fight. I actually had this in my... I think I had this in my fights that not a lot of people knew about. Same with Ribovic, Hakparast. But like this... I don't know. And then we got Pereira versus Big Ank. Pereira's a favorite now. Wow. This is gonna be such a... This is gonna be a fucking banging fight. Banging. I don't know why I said that. It's a banger fight. But this fight's off. Because Matsumoto's filling in for Rob Font. They didn't put... Oh, did they move Kuniev and Blades to 314 instead? Oh, this is gonna be a... Oh, they probably don't even have it. No, they don't even have it. We have this entire card though. This is actually going to be a really good night. This is a really good card. I can't believe that this is only. I can't believe this is only a fight night. Like, this alone could be a fight night main event. This could probably be a fight night main event. Like, damn, having 3 fight night main events on the same card is crazy. Hell, even load Nathaniel. Hey, if you just put it out there, it's like, hey, winner of this fight gets Edson Barboza's number 15. This could be a fight night main event. Hell, put Molly McCann and Estela Nunez on a main event. Vucenic versus Duncan, though, that's gonna be a really good fight. Like, and then Moreno Ursag, again, fight night main. This could be a fight night main event. You could probably make Godinez versus Pilastri a main event. At this point, I'm just ranting about. Well, that's the point of the video. That's what I made it to be, is to rant. Like, damn. No way they got 5 on here. You could make this. Well, actually, you couldn't really, but this is good enough to be one. Main event, main event, main event, main event, main event. Hell, put Alex Morono versus Carlos Leo as the main event. That's probably where we're going with these main events. God, this card is so bad. It's got like this is probably either good. This is gonna be so boring. I don't know what to tell you. This is gonna be Cap getting wrestled just by Almabaya for 25 minutes. That's what it's gonna be. This is gonna suck. This is gonna be like this is gonna be like this fight. It's just gonna be a bathroom break. Like, nobody needs to watch this. It's either gonna be Brundage slam KOing Marquez. That's the only good thing that could come out of this, is if Marquez gets slam KO'd by Brundage, and then Brundage gets thrown into a top 15 opportunity and flukes his way to a title shot and wins. Where am I even going with this? I don't know. Yeah, I just start ranting about Fight 9 main events for no reason. Well, anyways, that was my little rant that I wanted to go on. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.